Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Plateau here at Ashland High School, WACA-TV. I'm Rob Silver, bringing you the season opener tonight. It's your Ashland Clockers facing off against the Sherborn Raiders. This team, it's a team of potential. Disappointing season last year, finishing at 5-6. The Raiders 11-1. They faced off in the opener, 25-7 loss for the Clockers last year. Chase Abrams a little under the weather. We'll have Josh Abrams back next week. He's traveling. Case recovering in his illness. And here's Ozalumba, mishandles the snap, picks it up cleanly on the 1 bounce. Takes it back to the 21-yard line. So no damage. Okay field position. Temperature at game time, 75 degrees. A little breeze going from your left to right. Between 7 and 10 miles an hour. Beautiful night for football. Start time, as you all know, moved up to 6:30 this year. So my after-work nap gets cut short a little bit. At quarterback, starting from the Gunk offense, that's senior Cam Antonuck. Pick up about 2 yards.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for Ashland.
Antonuck pitches it to Ozalumba. Gains about 2, maybe 3 yards. Will bring up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, Ashland.
Defense, one of the strong points for this Dover Sherborn team last year. Never giving up more than 14 points in the 9 regular season games. Is a little push. Looks like just shy of the first down marker. Ozalumba for 4.5, needed 5. Staying out there. Either quick snap or try and draw him off sides. Antonuck keeps it, tries to push his way through the middle. On a second effort, he gets it. One of the senior captains here, along with Jacob Frios, Tyler Pine, Matt Terry, and Nate Kavanaugh, are all captains for this Clocker squad. Stay with the dunk format. Fakes it, he's going to throw. And he's got a... Oh, and just tripped up Vince Marmelstein. But the play goes for 38 yards. Antonuck, beautiful touch. And the Clockers rush up to the line. They love the hurry-up offense. Well-coached team. They can do this. Pitches, little cut back, break it into the outside. Crispin looked like he had some room on the outside. Decided to cut it in one more time, but he gets 5.5, 6 yards. Maybe 7.
Jason Crispin.
Crispin returning. Senior, played a lot of reps as a junior, had some good yards on the ground. Fumble and little bobble on the snap. Antonuck just falls on it. Brings up a 3rd and 4. It's 4 down territory, so smart play by Antonuck, just not trying to do anything heroic. It does kind of cut down the momentum a little bit. Quan Amaral, number 9, coming into the huddle. Explosive running back, had a great start last season, first game, and broke his hand and limited action from there. And Coach McKay is going to take a timeout. Didn't like what he saw on the lineup there. Wants to think about it. So again, we want to thank those sponsors that we mentioned. A little shout out to all of them. We'll run some of their promo spots a little later. Owned by Ashland resident Michael Kane. Gated and fenced with 24-hour security cameras. They offer convenient drive-up storage units for both your residential and commercial needs. Temperature-controlled units, outdoor vehicles. Check them out, 126selfstorage.com. Thank you, Michael Kane, for being a great underwriter. Here we are, 3rd down and 4. Opening drive for the season. Go to a regular formation. Quan Amaral, number 9, lined up next to Cam Antonuck. In motion is Ozalumba. Gets a block. And forges ahead for 4 yards, 4.5 yards. It looks like enough for the first down. We'll see where the spot ends up. Needed to get to the 22.
The number 23, Evan Ozalumba.
Ozalumba, just a sophomore. But the scouting report, very, very impressive. Vegas line tonight, pick 'em. Heard some lines as high as Dover Sherborn favored by 7, but the official line, pick 'em. They bring out the chains. I think we got new chains this year. But I think they're still 10 yards, so probably shouldn't notice a difference. Not the most favorable spot, but yeah, maybe a foot short of the first down. Do we have the replay going? I want to see if that spot was correct. Not that they're going to change it. So this is the second 4th down attempt on this drive. Ashland on their opening possession went for it on 4th and 1 from their own 30-yard line and made it.
3rd and inches. 22-yard line.
We'll see which formation they go with. Go with the gunk formation. Antonuck rolls to his right and pushes ahead for 3 yards. And a first down. The Clockers keep the drive alive. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. 0-0. Antonuck pitches to Crispin. Cuts it outside. He's got a lot of room. He's going to go in for a touchdown. Oh. Thought he was going to spot him down, but it's a touchdown. Jason Crispin from the 19-yard line. And Clockers put the first points of the season on the board. Go up 6-0. Going for the extra point. Kicking for Ashland, number 89, Aaron Wolf. High snap. And it's blocked. But the Clockers lead 6-0 with 7:27 to go. They did have a little trouble in the scrimmage against Wellesley, the long snapper. Definitely
Folks, the Clocker Club is a 501c3 nonprofit organization made up of students, parents, coaches, and interested.
We also want to thank, back again this year as a sponsor, Technoplex Healthcare. Technoplex Healthcare leverages its world-class materials and science knowledge to deliver better patient outcomes by designing and manufacturing products that allow for less invasive procedures, which reduces pain, enable faster healing, and safer drug delivery. Technoplex Healthcare is a proud sponsor again of the Ashland boys football team, and they wish everyone on the team a great 2023 season. See if they can turn their PA system down. Yeah, I mentioned it to them. I don't know if they're on 1 or if they're on 10. If they're on 1, nothing you can do about it. If they're on 10, yeah. Maybe they're on 11. Are they on 11? No, I'm good. Thank you. He's going to come up. I talked to him. I told him to come up whenever he could. So he might, kicking off into the wind. Nice kick. Down to the 10-yard line. He had his knee down when he caught it. Great catch. Great call by the official and Coach McKay to make sure that they didn't miss it. Can't catch it on your knees.
First and 10 from the 18-yard line.
I'll be honest, I don't understand why it's starting at the 18-yard line where he caught it on the 11, but here we go. It's Garrett Webb under center. Quick throw. Intended for John Saber. Very similar to the Kansas City Chiefs receiver right there. Looked like a decent throw, just turned his head upfield. Matt Terry and Nate Kavanaugh anchoring the left side of the line. Kevin Botsis. I'll get the other number for everybody watching at home. They left early. There's a penalty. It's going to be 5 yards.
Over Sherborn, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
So for a team looking to make it to the Super Bowl, Dover Sherborn definitely not starting the way they wanted. As I said, 11-1 last year, not losing until the semifinals. They do play Tri-Valley Small, but there's not much of a drop-off talent-wise between Tri-Valley Small and Ashland Tri-Valley Large. So in motion, pitch to somebody that is not on our roster, I believe, unless... I'm going to listen to the PA announcer, see if he's got him on his roster, but number 2, I apologize, not on there. Captains for Dover Sherborn, Chris Kiesling, Brian Olson, Dylan Rogers, and Garrett Webb. So third and 15. Most likely a passing down. Immediately testing that secondary out there. Cam Antonuck, Crispin deep for Ashland on the coverage. Webb. Oh, Antonuck's got a beat on Crispin, excuse me. But good coverage by David Sales, blanketing the receiver. Never had a chance. So Dover Sherborn first possession, -4 yards. They're going to be punting. Back to punt for Dover Sherborn. See if I can get that number. That's Garrett Webb, the quarterback. You're going to let it bounce, takes a favorable roll with the wind. 14-yard line to the 50, 36. That's a net 50-yard punt. Not bad. Not bad at the high school level, even with the wind. But still good field position for Ashland. The gun formation. Antonuck fakes the handoff, and he's out in front of everybody. Only one man can beat him, or catch him, excuse me, but he doesn't do it. Cam Antonuck, 60 yards and a touchdown, 64 yards. And just like that, it's 12-0. Cam Antonuck in the offseason, bulking up, putting on about 20, 25 pounds. Obviously picked up a little more speed too, but just enough strength, just enough bulking. Just break some of those hand tackles. See if the Clockers can get the extra point cleanly, much better. But they were able to penetrate the line, and good job by, who was number 24, that's Olsen, their star two-way player who got a hand on it. So a less than, just under 6 minutes, 5:47 to go in the first quarter. Ashland scoring on their last two plays from offense.
For Ashland, number 89, Aaron Wolf.
So it's Aaron Wolf, number 89, kicking for Ashland. Coach McKay does like to try and mix it up, see if he does something. No, line drive kick, nice bounce, but they don't field it on the first bounce. They do get a 20-yard return out of it, and that was number 12, Ronan Richards. Devin O'Brien on the tackle.
First and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Handoff up the middle. Number 7, Zach Jaffe, breaks that one for 19 yards. And the first positive yards for Dover Sherborn today.
23, Kevin.
Back to Jaffe again. Another decent carry for 4 yards. In on the tackle. Like Quan Amaral and Sandeep Reddy. With a big target, the TVL returning All-Star number 24 Olsen at the bottom of your screen. Handoff again, and they pound their way through for another 4 yards.
19, Garrett Webb to 29, John O'Leary.
John O'Leary on the carry. 3rd and 2. Ashland looks a little out of sorts, and they are enough. Yeah, Coach McKay didn't want to take a chance. Calls a timeout.
Reminder, restrooms are located in the concrete building located directly across from the store. For your convenience, the restroom is located on the path as you exit the office.
It's like a little buzzing. Is that? Definitely hear it more. Maybe put it flat on the ground again. So 30-second timeout. Just enough for the Clockers to reset their defense. Webb fakes the handoff, rolls out, and another drop pass by the unnamed player, number 2.
Pass incomplete. Brings up 4th and 2.
Coverage was tight. So another not looking it into his hands, turning upfield before he had it. Let's see if the Clockers can hold here on 4th down. Started to move in the backfield. Refs called it. It's going to be 5 yards. Make it 4th and 7. Might change the decision, but I doubt it. I'm guessing they're still going to go for it.
All start offense. 5-yard penalty. And replay 4th down.
Dover Sherborn coach Steve Ryan not happy with those penalties. So looks like they might do a quick kick. Their punter is their quarterback. He does fake. He's going to throw it. They got nothing. Great coverage by Crispin. Pass intended for number 12, Ronan Richards. Even if he caught it, it was short of the first down. Just great pressure by the defensive line, excuse me.
1st and 10 from the Ashland 44-yard line.
Webb never had a chance. Oh, Dover Sherborn offense made a little bit of noise, but Ashland handled them quite easily. Coming into the game for Ashland, number 21, Zach Brennan. Antonar keeps it again, rolls to his right. Picks up 5.
And Antonar, 5 yards. 2nd and 5.
If you're just joining us, welcome to the opening night broadcast here on WACA-TV. I'm Rob Silver. And if you are just joining us, you missed 2 touchdowns by the Clockers, who taking a 12-0 lead as we approach just under 3 minutes here in the first half. Clockers on their own 49-yard line. A pitch to Quan Amaral. Upright running stance. Gets a yard, brings up 3rd and 4. Scoring at the by the Clockers, Jason Crispin had a 19-yard run after a long drive where they converted 2 fourth downs, and a one play 64-yard run by senior captain Cam Antonuck from the gun formation. Fakes the pitch, and this one's going to go to Ozalumba. He's got some speed. Just chased down by Richards, but a 31-yard gain. And that's the explosiveness that the scouts talked about.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard.
And from a defensive standpoint, if you haven't really seen the Gunk offense, it is tough to defend when it's run correctly. Cam Antonuck is running it perfectly. Great leader, just what this team needs. Time it's to Crispin, who cuts it inside. But again, 5 yards on 1st down, making it very tough to defend.
And off to number 8, Jason Crispin.
2nd and 5, just so many options for the offensive coordinator. Pitch to Quan Amaral. Dover Sherborn all over that one. Maybe picks up 2 as he falls forward. Sets up a 3rd and 3 for the Clockers.
That brings up a 35 for Ashland.
Clock running down in the 1st quarter. Beautiful evening here at the Plateau. Couldn't have asked for better weather. Nice cool breeze. Antonuck with a hard count. And Coach McKay is going to use another timeout. It's his 3rd timeout in the 1st quarter. Somebody check the record book. What's the record for timeouts in the 1st quarter? Need my stat guy to get on that.
By the Clocker Club. Help support Ashland Athletics by stocking up on pizza, cold drinks, snacks, and candy at the concession stand located on the scoreboard end of the stadium next to the restrooms.
Dover Sherborn. Ashland dominating tonight. Up 12-0. Antonuck calls for the ball. He rolls left this time. Still going, still pounding away. And the refs are going to spot him just short of the goal line. You've been watching, you saw Antonuck rip one off for 64 yards.
Down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal.
See who they call on this play. Next in there, number 21, Zach Brennan there. Pitch to Quan Amaral. Quan waltzes into the end zone.
Quan Amaral. Touchdown, Ashland.
Wasn't even close. Expression there. All right, so 2 extra points, 2 missed attempts. Let's see how they do here. Aaron Wolf, lot better that time. This one goes through.
The extra point is good.
Lots of room to spare. Good blocking by the offensive line, and it is now 19-0. And we're just 1 minute into the second quarter. They continue at this pace. I mean, Dover-Sherborn, not a long bus ride, but it's going to seem like a cross-country trip heading back home if this continues.
Deep to receive for Dover-Sherborn.
So we'll see what happens. Aaron Wolf kicking off. He's got a breeze behind him. It's died down a little bit, but wouldn't be surprised if we saw this one go over the head of the deep receiver. Line drive. It could be a touchback, and it is.
Back into the end zone for a touchback.
That's quite the weapon for the Clockers. You can do that with more consistency. Especially when the receiving team doesn't expect it. So Dover-Sherborn going to start from the 20-yard line. This will be their third possession. First possession, they lost 4 yards, had to punt. Second possession, gained about 25, 30 yards. Couldn't convert on a 4th down. This is their third possession. Garrett Webb, 4 receivers spread out, lets it fly, and that's his favorite target, Ryan Olson, coming back. Good communication between Olson and Webb. You can tell they've played together.
Ryan Olson.
Best gain of the day. That's 14 yards. Webb looks to throw again. This one underneath, little play. Goes for 11 yards.
That's the number 2. Knocked out of bounds by number 11, Devin O'Brien.
I want to know who number 2 is. We don't have them on the roster.
46 yards.
No, not us, Dover-Sherborn. Don't worry about it. I just wanted to give him his recognition. We'll get it at halftime. So 2 complete passes in a row, 2 first downs in a row. Dover-Sherborn in sync. Webb lets it fly. He's got Olson down the sideline. He breaks the tackle, and he's into the end zone. The one player who really hadn't seen any targets or really been involved in the offense at all, Olson does what he's done his whole career. That's why he's a TVL All-Star. Garrett Webb, 50-yard connection. And it's now 19-6. That is the Achilles heel of Ashland's defense. They give up the long passes. They've done it consistently.
Is good by number 29,
John O'Lear. Extra point for Dover Sherborn cuts the lead to 12, 19-7. So a high-scoring affair, 9:29 to go. And a big play affair, too. 50-yard pass from Garrett Webb to Brian Olson. And earlier in the first quarter, we had Ashland, Cam Antonock taking it on the ground for 64 yards and a touchdown. So Dover Sherborn going to kick off into the wind. And it's Crispin and Olazumba back deep for the Clockers. Ozalumba, excuse me. See if Dover Sherborn tries anything tricky. No doubt Ashland's ready for it. Try a little squib kick. That one fielded by Canning, who just goes to the ground. So Ashland will take possession on the 23-yard line.
First and 10 from the 23-yard line.
I want to thank our sponsor, another sponsor tonight, the Ashland Ale House. With delicious food, a comfortable family atmosphere, and the friendliest service around, the Ashland Ale House is open for both indoor and outdoor seating as well as curbside pickup. Visit them at ashlandalehouse.com and check out their menu and place an order online. Dover Sherborn takes a timeout. Timeout. We're going to go to a commercial break. We'll be back in a moment. Second time has had trouble with the snap.
Looks like 3rd and 8.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for Ashland. Not saying they have to score here, but it would be nice to not give it right back to Dover Sherborn. Bottom of the screen, Robbie Rudisil. Number 22, single coverage. Devin O'Brien in the slot. Looking for Rudisil. He gets it, turns upfield, breaks one tackle, but does what he needs to do. And Robbie Rudisil, with his first varsity reception, goes for 17 yards and a first down. Definite size advantage, Rudisil against Ronan Sullivan, number 10. Cam Antonock a little bit lucky, tried to do a little too much. Fortunately, it doesn't end up being a turnover as he was sacked before he threw the ball away. But a loss of 7-8 yards.
Second and 17.
See if that influences the offensive set. If they go back to the gunk offense, a little bit more protection from deep inside. No, we're going to try it again. A little tighter formation. In motion, Ozalumba. Decoy goes to Crispin. Goes nowhere this time.
Off number 8, Jason Crispin.
So 3rd and 8 for the Clockers.
3rd and 17.
Excuse me, 3rd and 17. after the first down sack. Now, this is one of those situations where throwing it up for Rudisill might be a good option. You can high point it, get the first down. Even if it's picked off, it's as good as a punt. Antonuk, middle screen to Crispin. He's got some room. He breaks it to the outside. He's got one guy to beat. But he beats enough.
Jason Crispin.
And Ashland picks up 30 yards and a first down.
First and 10,
On 3rd and 17. Ashland ran they love the middle screen. They ran it last week against Wellesley for a good chunk of yardage. When executed well, just unbelievable play. And everyone did their job. So it's 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line. Antonuk hands to Amaral. Picks up 2 yards.
Handoff by Cam Antonuk, number 4 to number 9, Quan Amaral. 2nd and 8 from the 34-yard line.
I want to thank my crew tonight. We've got a couple new guys. I don't have all the new guys' names, but we got the new guy on the camera, Brady Montesino. Mackie the Knife, Kotob. Bob Oden helping out with the setup. Another new guy on the camera. Antonuk rifles it over to Jacob Friels, captain. That's a big contributor on the offense last year for the Clockers.
1st and 10 from the 25.
They needed 8, they got 9. And that'll move the chains. .355 to go in the half. Clockers leading 19-7, marching down the field again, trying to answer after a 50-yard touchdown pass from Garrett Webb. Antonuk keeps it, fakes the handoff to Quan Amaral, forges ahead for 5 yards. And let me recalculate that. Forges ahead for 3 yards.
Quarterback keeper up the middle. 3 yards. 2nd, 7 to go.
Good drive here, really consuming the clock at this rate. If Dover Sherborn does get the ball back, they may be pressed for time, depending on how long Ashland holds onto the ball. 22 yards to go. Antonuk spins it over to Amaral. He's got room there. He powers down to the 7-yard line. 15-yard pickup and a first down.
Off to number 9, Quan Amaral.
The array of offensive weapons on the ground is just mesmerizing. Quan Amaral,
Ball's on the 8-yard line.
Oza Lumba, Jason Crispin, Cam Antonuk. All with breakaway touchdown speed. Clock down to 2:32. No hurry. Antonuk spins, forwards ahead to the end zone. Touchdown, Ashland Clockers.
Touchdown, Ashland.
Antonuk finds the end zone for a 2nd time tonight. Puts the Clockers back ahead by 18. Aaron Wolf on for the extra point. And a much-needed answer. Some big 3rd down conversions. They converted a 3rd and 17, 3rd and 13. And that one looked a lot nicer. Extra point is good, 26-7, 2:15 to go.
Seven.
We're right on the edge of a couple of storm clouds. You can see them way, way off in the distance, maybe 5-10 miles away. I love my weather app. That was something my son passed on to me. A love of weather and sports, believe it or not. Wolf with the kick. A high driving kick. Back to the 5-yard line, fielded by, I believe, Richards. He breaks it outside. Nice return. 36-yard line, 37-yard line. Pick up a 31-32 on the return.
By number 33, Jose Alejos. First down, 10 from the 37-yard line.
So 2:02 to go. Dover Sherborn scored on their last possession. 3 plays, 80 yards. See what they do here. As they found the passing game really in sync. Top of your screen, that's Brian Olson, who's on the receiving end of that 50-yard touchdown pass. Wind's picking up, could affect the throws. And there's a pass to number unknown, number 2. Bowls his way down to the 24-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the movement of the chains. A little slow. We got the young guys moving the chains. Clock has started, actually. I felt a drop of rain. They spike it. Stop the clock.
Second and 10, 24 yards.
Yeah, it was a little strange, I thought. The spiking of the ball, giving up a down here. There's a few little raindrops starting to fall up here on the roof. So it's second and 10. Webb lobs it up for Olson. And just like that, they're in the end zone again.
Brian Olson complete for a touchdown.
So that was the pregame scouting report we talked about. Webb and Olson, the returning juniors, now seniors, very efficient last year and have not lost a step. If anything, they look a little bit more in sync this year. So that took 34 seconds for that scoring drive to go 64 yards. Extra point is blocked. Dead ball. So Ashland maintains a 13-point lead, 26-13. is on the tee. John Allaire ready to kick off. Be ready. Be ready. Good kick. That one to Ozalumba. He's got some space on the sideline. Cuts it back inside. Let's throw a flag around the 44-yard line on the block. But Ozalumba, electric.
Turned by 23, Kevin Ozalumba.
Block in the back. Gonna move the ball back from the 44 to the 34-yard line where Ashland will take over with 1:15 left. Not sure if Clockers have any timeouts. They did use 3 timeouts in the first quarter. But when you're gaining yardage at over 10 yards a play, you can move the ball pretty quickly. Even with minute 16 is plenty of time. And ref's calling a timeout, injury timeout. Looks like a cramp. Looking at the radar, it looks like we're just going to be fortunate enough to miss the massive storms that are off to the west. Wind's picking up a little bit, but a beautiful evening. Maybe 72 degrees at the moment. Antonuck looking for Rudisill. Definitely affected by the wind. Ball kind of carried on him.
Pass intended for number 22, Robbie.
A little more air under it, and Rudisill would have been walking into the end zone as he was able to get by his defender. So try that 2 more times, then punt it away if you have to. He's going to do it. They changed the defense on Rudisill. They got Allaire against him at the bottom of the screen. Antonuck calls for it. Keeps it. Stays in bounds. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Dover Sherborn will start the second half receiving the ball.
Brings up the 3rd and 2.
Looks like they're just going to be content to run it out and go to the half with a 2-score lead. Oh, and Dover Sherborn takes a timeout. Going to force them to punt it. Anything can happen.
Dover Sherborn.
Anything can happen. So. See if this comes back to bite them. I wouldn't be surprised if McKay changed his thought process around and maybe does something. Stay tuned. Second half, we might get a visit from the new athletic director, Kevin Anderson. Did a great job prepping for tonight's opener. Everything looks terrific. Field's in good shape. Go to the Gunk offense. Takes the handoff over there. Oh, fumble. And this is why you call the timeout. And this is why you take the knee if you're on offense. So Ozalumba coughs up the ball. Dover Sherborn gets it back with 27.2 seconds, and they're going to take it over on their 49-yard line.
Number 70. Ed O'Connor.
Coach McKay not a happy camper at this moment. Ashland just got to make sure they don't give up the big play. Easier said than done, as they've given up 2 long touchdown passes, and Garrett Webb is throwing it as good as anybody can throw it at the moment. Target Brian Olsen, his favorite target, at the top of the screen. It's going to go to him again, but no, he's got to pull it back, and he gets sacked. Actually gains a yard, so it doesn't go as a sack. They hurry up. They're going to try and down it here so they can get one more play off. Stop the clock with 12.3 seconds. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Third and 8.
They can run a play, 7-8 seconds, get a first down, possibly down the field or a touchdown, and then have time for a clock will stop on first down. See the fireworks off in the distance. Over the trees. Great view here from on top of the field house at the plateau. William Kunis Field. So 3rd and 8 on the 49-yard line of Ashland. Dover Sherborn looking for a last-second score. 12 seconds to go. Thrown out of bounds. Now it's 4th down. Now what do you do?
Pass incomplete.
8 seconds. It's not enough to. You can't take a knee. You can run a play. It's only going to take 4 or 5 seconds. I'm guessing he will take a deep shotgun formation and then just Hail Mary. That should take up enough time to make it the last play of the half. Looks like good protection. Can't really get enough on it. Even if they caught it, wasn't going to be enough. And they let the clock run out. And that'll do it for the first half.
And that's the end of the half.
26-13.
Ashland 26.
The Ashland Clockers looking to exact their revenge on Dover Sherborn, who they lost to in the opener last year in Dover Sherborn, 25-7. You're watching Ashland High School varsity football here on WACA-TV. I'm Rob Silver. We'll be back in a moment.
126 Self-Storage is located at 162 Pond Street and is owned by Ashland native Michael Kane. Gated and fenced with 24-hour security cameras, they offer convenient drive-up storage units for both your residential and commercial needs. Temperature-controlled units and outdoor vehicle, boat, and RV storage is also available. Check them out at 126selfstorage.com, and thank you to Michael Kane for being a great underwriter for WACA's coverage of Ashland High School football games. WACA-TV's coverage of tonight's game is sponsored in part by Mr. Handyman, the home improvement professionals. They're your one-call solution for a wide range of home maintenance and repair needs performed by fully insured technicians. Located right here in Ashland at 200 Butterfield Drive, give them a call at 508-231-4639 or request service at mrhandyman.com.
Technoplex Healthcare leverages its world-class materials science knowledge to deliver better patient outcomes by designing and manufacturing products that allow for less invasive procedures, reduce pain, enable faster healing, and safer drug delivery.
Technoplex is proud to sponsor the 2023 Ashland High football team. Go Fire!
Today's game is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, roast beef, subs, and more. Make sure to get your fill with the buffalo chicken calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com. Today's soccer game is brought to you in part by the Ashland Ale House. With delicious food, a comfortable family atmosphere, and the friendliest service around, the Ashland Ale House is open for both indoor and outdoor seating, as well as curbside pickup. Visit them at ashlandalehouse.com to check out their menu and place an order.
In the far distance, not sure how long we'll be playing, but for now, after one half of play, 26-13, your Ashland Clockers leading the Dover Sherborn Raiders. Ashland took the opening kick. A methodical march down the field, punctuated by a 19-yard run by Jason Crispin. Dover Sherborn turned it over on downs, -3 yards, and on the first play from scrimmage, it was Cam Antonuck from the gunk formation taking it 64 yards for the touchdown. Another failed offensive possession by Dover Sherborn, and Ashland marched right down again, went up 19-0. Then Dover Sherborn kind of found their rhythm on offense, passing 3 plays, went 80 yards, capped off by a 50-yard reception. Garrett to Olson. Garrett Webb to Olson. Ashland is able to convert a few third downs on their next possession to get to 26. Cam Antonuck punched it in. Actually, that was Quan Amaral. Antonuck had scored the third touchdown as Dover Sherborn fields that one deep, gets back to the 21-yard line. And then with a
21 yards, 22. First and 10.
And a quick update from my team downstairs in the booth. Chris Kiesling is the person wearing number 2. We had him as number 22. He's one of the senior captains for Dover Sherborn. So our apologies to Chris Kiesling and the Kiesling family. Not being, this was the roster we were given, so we just work with what we have. Garrett Webb looking to his target, Olson. Gets 8 yards, catches it on the turf.
Pass complete to number 24, Brian Olson. Down at the 24-yard line.
And Olson was on the receiving end of the second touchdown. So I was saying Dover Sherborn took possession with 2:02 left in the half. And it took them about 40 seconds to go down and score. So they've definitely found their rhythm on offense. Ashland's going to have to make some adjustments. Hopefully they did at the half to keep this offense off the field. Webb fakes the pitch. Plenty of time back there. Throws underneath to number 10. That's Ronan Sullivan coming out of the backfield. He catches it for 5 yards and a first down.
Number 18, Garrett Webb, pass complete. First and 10, Dover Sherborn.
I'm Rob Silver here on WACA-TV. With Mackie Kotob, Brady Montesino, the unknown cameraman, who will get, for the end of the day, Webb throwing up the middle, a little bit behind the receiver. Still should have been caught. That was intended for number 19, Robert Saber.
Incomplete. Second and 10.
And they run it. Zach Jaffe got a nice carry earlier in the game, second quarter for 15, 17 yards. He breaks that one for about 28 yards. So it's working for them in the air and on the ground.
First and 10 from the 33-yard line.
See what adjustments the Ashland can make here on the fly. So it's receivers for Dover Sherborn down the bottom here. It's Olsen and Kiesling to his inside. Webb with a snap. Looks up the middle. That one sails over his intended receiver, Ronan Richards. But he definitely had some opening.
Ronan Richards.
Had he caught that, he was gone. $9:44 to go here in the second half. Webb with Olaire, hands it to Olaire. First contact made by Quan Amaral, but couldn't wrap him up, and Olaire gets another five yards after that.
29, John Olaire. Got an injury timeout.
Dover Sherborn player down on the field. And it's another cramp. We're gonna maybe continue streaming, but we're gonna head down. A lot of lightning in the background, so just to be safe, I'm gonna go into cover for a moment. Athletic Director Kevin Anderson walking the track, his first big decision. Stay for one more down. Webb keeps it, pushes ahead. It's enough for the first down, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. And we'll be back.
First down. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Dover Sherborn.
Good evening, folks. Just making an announcement. We're going to shut down for tonight. We have some lightning storms coming, and we're up here on the press box, metal roof, metal cameras. So, unfortunately, we're going to end the broadcast here. Hope you enjoyed tonight's game, but the thunderstorms are getting just a little bit too close, so we are going to break down and stop the game in progress. And that's it for tonight. Good night, folks.